difference is between public and private?
No, no, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
No.
Any other people you know?
I guess they need a lot of money to go to the private.
Yeah, usually when it is private prisons or private schools, private colleges, it costs more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any other ideas? So when it is publicly run or it is a public prison, it means it is run by government. It means the taxpayers are paying for them. That's the kind of the usual normal prisons we have got in most of the countries. But when it is private, it means that the person will pay some money to be confined in a place that is more privately run. Okay, it is not actually used for serious crimes. It is only for example, some minor crimes such as I don't know, alcohol violences, or those which are related to driving and drinking, that kind of crime. Those which are just considered as minor crimes. Okay.
You mean that prisoners can use of more facility in the private prison?
Yes, almost it looks like a hotel. The only difference is that you are confined. You cannot just get out of your room or your location.
Yeah, it's all about the money.
Yeah, it's all about the money, and it's a good business nowadays. You know, in America, they pay, for example, the drug dealers, drug dealing, especially if it is not proven or it is, you're not a, I don't know, a gangster or a mafia, a part of a mafia. It is not considered as a serious crime. So you can apply for some private prisons.
It's meaning that
what about in Canada?
I'm not sure about Canada. Actually, I didn't have time to research about that. I'm not sure if we have got private prisons in Canada or not. We can do a research and find out, but I'm not sure right now. I will let you know later maybe. But right now I have no idea. But I think in most countries, let's search. It's easy. Let's see if we have got private prisons in Canada. Do we have private prisons in Canada? So it says that the only private adult prison in Canada was the Maximum Security Central North Correction Center in Penetanguishene, about the name, Penetanguishene, Ontario, operated by the US-based Management and Training Corporation from its opening in 2001 through the end of its first contact period in 2006. So it was just an adult prison, private adult prison in Canada. And it was the only one, as it says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got some information. Private prison companies typically enter into contractual agreements with the governments to commit prisoners, and then pay a per diem or a monthly rate, either for each prisoner or in the facility, or for each place available, whether occupied or not. Such contracts may be for the operation only of a facility, or for design, construction, and operation. So yeah, we've got lots of information in Wikipedia about private prisons, and this is Canada. So if we just see it, yes, it's talking about the private prisons here. Also, we have two youth detention centers in Canada. Were operated by private companies, both at provincial level. They encourage youth cooperation, operated project turnaround in Hillsdale, Ontario, under contract from the government of Ontario from 1997 to 2004, after which the facility was shut down. In New Brunswick, the multinational private prison from GO Group constructed and operated the Miramichi Youth Detention Center under contract with the province's Department of Public Safety before its contract was ended in the 1990s following public protests. As of mid-2012, private prison companies continue to lobby the Correctional Service of Canada for contract business. But it doesn't say whether nowadays we have got this kind of private prisons here in Canada or not. But it shows that, yeah, we have had some private prisons in Canada too.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yes. So the second question is: should the government be in charge of running prisons? Do you think the government should be in charge? You know, to be in charge?
Yes.
Yeah, pay.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, pay.
No. To be in charge
No,
of
it's
something
control. It's control.
means to be in control or to be responsible for. Especially, it means to be responsible for running prisons. Do you think the government should be responsible for managing and running the prisons?
In the public prison, yes, I think.
Yes.
Public prisons, yes.
No, the question is whether should we have whether we should have any private prisons or not. Do you think it's okay to have private prisons? Some people think that it's not fair.
Mute.
Yes, we have a lot of
Voice is very
noise.
disturbing. Yes.
Yeah, would you please mute your microphones if you have some surrounding noise? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, do you think only the government should be in charge of running prisons, or can we just have private prisons too? It's okay to have private prisons.
I think it must be governmental.
Why?
Because it's kind of discrimination, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody don't have money, and somebody, as you say, some drug dealers, they do the, you know, the worst action, but they have money and they maybe go to a private prison and have some better place, better life, and it's not fair, I think.
That's right.
Yeah, it's kind of discrimination.
Of course it is discrimination. It's
Yeah.
just because of the money, they can have a better prison life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the exact meaning of the prison, it's the you know, the prisoner be punished, and with this way we don't have punishment as we want.
So you know you know the issue is that some psychologists and some of the theoreticians in this regard say that isolation from the society is the best punishment. So you don't need to
you're right, but
injury.
Yeah, you're right, but I think it's not fair. It's not fair.
Of course, it is not fair.
Yeah.
But some people say that, okay, if they have got the money and it's a good business, why don't we make the money?
Yeah, as we said the previous days, it's all about the money. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not about the justice, you know.
yeah.
If we just think about the justice, we can't do this. We can't decide this way.
But I am some dizzy about this manner. The private meaning that some contract between the government and some company or person for hospitality of the prisoners, I think.
That's right.
But the situation and the hospitality is different between these section, meaning that private and governmental, or all the same and under vision of the government.
I think it should be under supervision of the government, but
It has not any similar situation. It's different.
No, they will give more facilities, I think, to those who are receiving the private prisons. You know, not that much that you think, but for example, they can have their own TV, they can have their own maybe Wi-Fi in the prison, their own cell phones in the prisons. So things are, you know, easier for them to just handle.
Yeah.
So I want to say that if you have the same situation between the private and the governmental, it has no problem that the prisoner in the prison of the private or in the prison of the government.
So
yeah, but they don't have similar.
Yeah,
situation.
if it were similar, nobody would pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it were similar, if it were the same as the public prisons, so what's the difference?
Yeah.
The people would not pay for it. They would say, okay, I would go to public prison if I'm going to receive the same sentence.
And also, I think if the government outsource the services and operation to private sector for operating the prisons, it doesn't matter. It isn't any difficult. But if the private sector manage and decision making about the prisons and the lobby and money tell all of things in this kind of prisons, it is difficult, I think, and I don't agree with that.
So if you think that if it is supervised by government authorities and they follow the same rules, private prisons are okay, no problem with private prisons?
It's just outsource the services according to some rules, some and supervisor by government. I think it doesn't matter. For example, like a company, like another factory that maybe government outsource the services and operate into the private sector.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about the, you know, giving facilities to the prisoners, but for their money. If they have money, so they can have a better life in the prison. It's not fair.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah.
With you. If inmate or prisoners use of facilities according to the having money,
Yeah.
I don't agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they just pay money to have better facilities. If they are at same condition at governmental prison, why they pay money?
But my question is that in the private prison, the prisoner pays some cost by self?
Yeah.
Yes, they pay for that. Yeah. They are taking the advantage of you know, having a better prison life situations, you know, about the food, about the environment, maybe having their own rooms, having
It's not fair.
a better bed, you know.
It's not fair. Yeah.
Maybe having a better bathrooms, you know, in prisons that don't have that kind of facilities. So
It's like you rent the